What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful here with a name you know, one of our faves. We got Natty. How you doing, Natalya?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a big weekend. As we film this, Royal Rumble weekend. You're in a unique situation because you've been in every Royal Rumble, but also somebody kind of important to you is very instrumental in these Royal Rumbles. Your husband helps produce these Royal Rumbles.
Yes.
What is that dynamic like? Are you all ever like in a situation where he's producing your match and you're like, no?
Oh my
that's
gosh,
not
that's
happening.
the story of my life. It's so funny that you bring that up. You're one of the first people to ever address this because
Yes.
with TJ, he's very, very fair. But I'm like, listen, TJ, at the end of the day, all that I want from you is for you to tell me that I'm amazing, that I'm pretty, that I'm the best, and just have me win it.
I've always heard, so wrestlers will tell me, a lot in those when you do rehearsals and stuff is advocating for yourself and trying to work, which for you has to be a little bit of an unusual spot because you're like,
well,
person I live with.
It's the thing about the Rumbles is that, of course, with creative, so there's producers, and the producers kind of are like the liaison between the talent and like upper management. So when we need help, and they help kind of direct traffic as far as our matches
Yes.
on television. But they're also a great support system. The producers, I think, have the most important job in WWE. But as far as the winners and the losers, that's above everybody's that's above even. If I
Yes.
could make TJ, book me to win the Women's Royal Rumble, I would be the luckiest girl in the world, but it's totally above his pay grade. So, but it's fun because TJ and I get to work together and get to do what we love. But the thing that I love the most is when the women all come together. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I feel like that's the one thing in my career that maybe I could have or should have been a little bit more selfish, but I've always just believed that the best matches come from when we look at the big picture and we tell great stories, and I always want to see every single woman have a moment, and I think TJ wants that too, and I think it's why the women enjoy working with TJ, because he always wants the girls to have everybody to have a moment, whether you're in a tag team, whether it's Alba or Isla or Casey or Caden, whether it's myself, whether it's Charlotte, Becky, Bianca, Bailey. He wants every single
Yes.
girl to have a moment to feel like they had that, they accomplished something.
WWE 2K25, we're here at an event. Who should be the lowest rated character on WWE 2K25? I want you to be as petty as possible.
Petty. Gosh, I'm just trying to think. Earlier I was joking about PFC and saying that they remind me of my HOA association. The other day I parked my car in my driveway, outside the driveway for a few minutes, and it was towed. And I was like, how dare you people tow my car? But apparently you're not allowed to do that for some reason. So they remind me of, they're petty.
Speaks well to your neighborhood, though.
And I saw the neighborhood doesn't want cars on the street. But I saw PFC, they were kind of mocking Dakota a little bit. And I know it was storyline driven, but listen, if I'm going after anybody, it's PFC. So the three of them can take a seat.
As we wrap up, I know you got a new little one, a new cat. Do you teach them catch as cats can wrestling?
Cats, that's a tongue twister if there ever is one. So I have a new kitty. His name is Harley. He's named after Harley Race. And I was telling the story earlier, but before we were leaving to go to Indianapolis for the Royal Rumble, TJ doesn't even know this, but this happened. We were packing up our luggage, and little Harley is a heel.
Yeah.
Well,
of course, its name is Harley.
Gently peed in TJ's luggage, and I know Steph McMahon hates cats, and so for this reason she would really hate them. But TJ this morning when he was getting his sweatpants out, he was like, "These kind of smell like cat pee," and I was like, "We were in a hurry to get to the airport." So, but yeah, Harley's a heel. There might be a little cat pee on TJ's sweatpants today.
That's the headline.
It's the headline.
It's the headline.
But listen,
Clickbait
it's
thumbnail.
kitten pee. So it's and
Not as bad. It's more forgivable.
It's forgivable, and I do have a bone to pick with Stephanie McMahon because I'm gonna make Stephanie McMahon. I'm gonna turn her into a cat lady. I turned Bailey into a crazy cat lady, and I'm gonna turn Steph into a cat lady. Let me do my magic, Steph. I promise you're gonna love cats.
Natalya, thank you so much for your time. Until next time, we're out.
There's no sponsor that I use more while I'm awake than NordVPN.com/Fightful. Man, this is like the Swiss Army knife, the multi-tool of applications. It does a little bit of everything. You always get a great deal at NordVPN.com/Fightful. You can listen to your favorites abroad. You can shield your data from snoops and criminals, protect yourself on public Wi-Fi, and it works on all your devices and operating systems. It doesn't end there. Change your virtual location and then get pay-per-views at a much more affordable price, TV services at a much more affordable price. You got a password manager, a file encryption tool, threat protections, and on top of that, 24/7 tech support. So if for some reason you don't know exactly how it works, NordVPN.com/Fightful will help you learn how to do it. Check it out, NordVPN.com/Fightful.